In the world of relationships, few dynamics are as devastating yet compelling as those that involve narcissists. They leave a path of destruction wherever they go, always hungry for validation and attention, constantly seeking out new supply. But what happens when karma comes calling? Is it possible for narcissists and their new supply to escape the consequences of their toxic behavior? Spoiler alert, they can't. In this video, we'll explore exactly how karma deals its cards, and why narcissists and their new supply are doomed to repeat the same toxic patterns over and over again. Stick around, because by the end, you'll understand that karma always finds a way to balance the scales. Before we dive into this fascinating topic, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, if you haven't already, and give this video a like. It helps more people discover important discussions like these, especially those who might be struggling with the trauma of narcissistic relationships. Share it with anyone you think might need to hear this, because trust me, there are plenty of people out there feeling stuck and lost after a run-in with a narcissist. Now let's get into the heart of the matter: narcissists, their new supply, and karma's revenge. You might have heard the term narcissistic supply before. In psychological terms, it refers to the people narcissists latch onto to feed their endless need for admiration, praise, and validation. Without this supply, narcissists feel empty and vulnerable, like a balloon deflating as soon as the air escapes. That's why, when one relationship falls apart, they immediately move on to the next. Often, this is where the new supply enters the picture. A fresh person the narcissist can manipulate and control. Someone who doesn't yet know the real monster lurking beneath the charm. When you've been discarded or replaced by a narcissist, it's easy to believe that they've found happiness with their new supply. You see them on social media posting pictures with their new partner, appearing more in love than ever. And you begin to wonder if they've really changed, if perhaps the problem was you all along. But here's the truth: a narcissist doesn't change. The person who seemed so perfect in the beginning, whether it was with you or with their new supply, is just an illusion. Eventually, the mask slips, the charm wears off, and the toxic behaviors resurface. This is where karma comes into play. Narcissists often believe they're above consequence, that they can hurt people, manipulate them, and discard them without facing any kind of reckoning. They thrive on creating chaos in others' lives while avoiding responsibility for their actions. But the thing about karma is that it doesn't work on the narcissist's timeline. While it might seem like they're getting away with everything at first, the truth is much darker. The new supply isn't their ticket to happiness or fulfillment. They're just the next victim in line. One of the most powerful truths about narcissists is that they can never be satisfied, no matter how much supply they receive. This insatiable hunger for attention and control makes it impossible for them to maintain a healthy, happy relationship. So while their new supply might seem happy now, it's only a matter of time before the narcissist's true colors show. Eventually, the new partner will be subjected to the same gaslighting, manipulation, and emotional abuse that you experienced. The narcissist's cycle of idealization, devaluation, and discard will continue, with the new supply taking on the role of the next pawn in their twisted game. As you watch from the sidelines, it's natural to feel a mix of emotions: sadness, anger, perhaps even jealousy. But it's important to remember that this cycle is not your fault. The narcissist's behavior is deeply rooted in their own pathology, and no amount of love or attention from you or anyone else could ever fix them. Their new supply will learn this the hard way, just as you did. What's particularly satisfying in a karmic sense is that narcissists ultimately create their own downfall. While they may appear to win in the short term, their inability to form genuine, lasting connections ensures that they will always be alone. They can't escape their own emptiness, no matter how many people they try to use and discard. The chaos they create in others' lives eventually catches up to them, and they find themselves surrounded by the wreckage of broken relationships, shattered trust, and people who have finally seen through their facade. Now you might be wondering, where does karma fit into all of this for the new supply? It's a common belief that when someone knowingly enters a relationship with a narcissist, especially if they've witnessed the narcissist's previous toxic behaviors, they've invited trouble into their own lives. While the new supply may believe they're special, or that they can somehow fix the narcissist, they're in for a rude awakening. Karma doesn't necessarily punish the new supply out of malice, but the natural consequence of engaging with a narcissist is suffering. Just as the narcissist is doomed to repeat their destructive patterns, the new supply is destined to experience the fallout of the narcissist's inability to form healthy attachments. But here's where the true beauty of karma lies. While the narcissist and their new supply are trapped in this vicious cycle, you are free. If you've escaped a narcissistic relationship, you've been given the rare and valuable opportunity to rebuild your life, to rediscover who you are without the weight of the narcissist's manipulation dragging you down. Karma works in your favor too, but in a much quieter, subtler way. It offers you the chance for healing, growth, and eventually peace. The narcissist, on the other hand, remains locked in their own personal hell, forever searching for something they can never truly have, genuine love and connection. One of the most profound lessons in all of this is that the best form of revenge isn't about seeking to harm the narcissist or even wishing for their downfall. Instead, it's about living your life authentically and fully, without allowing the narcissist's toxicity to define you. In time, you'll see that while the narcissist and their new supply are ensnared in a never-ending game of deception and manipulation, you're free to create a life filled with love, trust, and genuine connections. So the next time you see the narcissist parading their new supply around, remember this: what looks like a picture-perfect relationship is just another act in the narcissist's play. The new supply may be smiling for the camera now, but behind closed doors, the familiar patterns of control and manipulation are already beginning to take hold. In the end, karma is patient, but it's always precise. The narcissist can't escape it, and neither can their new supply. While they're stuck in their endless loop of dysfunction, you have the power to move on, heal, and thrive. Thank you so much for staying with me through this deep dive into the mind of a narcissist and their inevitable fate. I hope this video has given you clarity, and perhaps even some comfort in knowing that the narcissist's new supply won't change the outcome of their story. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this discussion helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.